So the next plan is to get this 496 stroker motor up under the hood of the car. Set it in there, see if it fit. And while it's in there, I'm probably gonna put the carburetors on it, wire it up, and fire it up. Yeah, that. All right, getting ready to stick it. You gotta put the transmission on it and stick it in. Hopefully those engine mounts work. We're gonna find out. So I got the fenders off, got the engine stuck in there. That's a big old motor for that little car. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I got a couple bolts in the motor mounts. It'd be fine. I got the transmission blocked up. Had to build a mount for that, but for now, just to crank it up, a block will be fine. I got it blocked up. I got a jack under it too, just in case. Yeah. Let's see. Now I gotta get my fender well headers and that Larry from Arizona sent me and see if they're gonna fit. They're supposed to. Hook the oil pressure gauge up. Put some carburetors on it. Electric fuel pump, wire it up. So I was hoping I'd just stick the headers on and the carburetor would fire it up, but my fender well headers don't fit. They hit the toe board down there, so that Firewall, if you look at the brake master, I got to move it over anyway. I got to modify that Firewall, so I'm fixing to cut some of it out so I can put these fender well headers on it and fire it up. I think they'll fit when I cut that Firewall out. I got to rebuild that anyway. Might have to. I like to move the engine back. I might have to cut deep into the Firewall for the distributor and move that engine back 2, 3, 4 inches. I don't know yet. But first thing I want to do is cut that Firewall from there down and see if the fender well headers will fit then. Yeah. They was hitting the tires, got drop spindles, I'm assuming. So it was hitting the tire too, but I raised the engine up 1 notch and I think it might clear the tire now. So we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna pull the engine and transmission back out. It just stuck in there. And cut that Firewall out, stick it back in and see what happens. So this Firewall up here has got more than what you see. It's got this other piece that comes curled down underneath that and comes out here. So this is just an Airbox, basically is what that is. I'm gonna try to save that. I don't know how much of it I can save. Cause like I said, I want to go back. I might have to cut some of this out for the distributor. I don't know yet. But I'll show you what it looks like inside. So you can see that floor of the Airbox. So I'm gonna cut all around the edge and get the firewall out and leave the airbox in for now. I think you can see that. That's the plan. Y'all know me, I ain't scared to cut nothing. Got it cut out. So you can see what I mean now. You can see the airbox better now, I think. Even got the vents where one of the cables is missing, but I got the air vents for both sides. It was in this car. They still open and close too, but one of them cable is missing. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to leave the airbox in, hopefully. I'm fixing to stick the engine back in and see if those fender well headers will fit now. Fender well headers still don't fit. They hit right here. So I'm gonna cut the airbox out. I mean, this car was designed to be a unibody. It needs all that structure, you know, because the car didn't actually have a chassis. So now it's got a chassis. It don't need all that structure, extra weight anyway. So I'm about to cut it out. Probably cut it right along here somewhere. That way I can move my engine back. And I'm about to build a new firewall anyway, so we're good. Just gotta cut more stuff. You know me, I ain't scared to cut nothing. It should fit now, no problem. Yep. They ain't hitting nowhere now. About time. But that's what it looks like with the airbox cut out. See, I don't need none of that. Actually, when it rains, the water run down the side. So what I'm probably gonna do is put a piece of, just close this in with a piece of sheet. Cut me a piece of sheet metal, cut this out, weld it in, block any rain from going in. But I mean, this thing's gonna be ratty anyway. It ain't gonna be made to drive in the rain. So I got a 10-point roll cage kit from Rhodes, $4.99 plus freight, about $180 for freight. Got parallel 4-link brackets. Got a diagonal link kit. Got the ham joints, brackets, everything, tubing. I got the bolt kit for the parallel 4-link. So yeah, I got stuff to work with. A lot of work. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off pay. Nah, I'm gonna get the oil pressure gauge, which connects right there by that blue fitting. I'm gonna just put a temporary manual pressure gauge on it. Put the headers on it, wire the starter up, wire the ignition up, put the carburetors on it, and fire it up, hopefully soon. Go ahead and plumb this manual oil pressure gauge before I put the headers on while it's easy to get to. Good enough. Oil pressure gauge plumbed up. Now I put that header on. maybe, hopefully. Should fit. No problem. Should be great. Right there, yeah, we got room. Don't hit nothing. Should be fine. Yeah. Fender wheel headers fit now. Look at that big old hole I got back there for them to go through. Yeah, they fit. I'm probably not gonna run those. I'm probably gonna build some zoomies like I did for Falcon, stand. Yeah, probably that. I need to move the inches back. Now I can move it back 3 or 4 inches, but I'm thinking I'm gonna cut this out all the way back to there. I moved that distributor all the way back to right there. Like I done the Falcon, same. So that, yeah, that'll give me more room to get my zoomies fished out through all that. So I got the carburetors on it, got them plumbed up. Got fuel, well, I hadn't stuck it in the gas tank yet, but I got a little electric fuel pump there. Got starter wired up. I just spun it over, built up oil pressure. I need to get the plug wires on it and wire the 6AL box. And I think it's gonna be ready to fire up. We'll find out soon. Let me get this alternator all hurt. Well, I don't guess I gotta take it off, get that belt out of the way. I don't need that. I'm just gonna run it a couple minutes. It ain't got no water in it. I just want to hear it run again. Simple as that. A lot of work just to hear it run, right? But it is what it is. And I like it that way. All right. So, plug wires. I gotta get number 1 up. 184-365-72. Get it wired, and it should be ready to fire up. All right, let me get to work. I think we got it ready to fire up. Got it spark plug wires on. I checked them 3 times. 184-365-72. I think 3 times. Let's see. 8, 4, yep, 3, 6, yep, 7, 2. I put them dark valve covers on I had been having for years. Got it at a sale years ago. So yeah, that man, it looks like a race motor with them on it. That increased that value of that motor by $1,000 putting them dark valve covers on it. Man, that looks so much better than them old chrome ones. Yeah. I got my fuel cell. Got wired up everything. High volume fuel pump. I already pumped fuel in the carburetors. I ain't cranked the motor yet, but I did pump fuel in the carburetors. Let's see if it squirts. Yep, got fuel in the carburetors. I got the coil wired up, ignition box wired up. Man, it should crank right up. It's supposed to. We're gonna find out in just a minute. It's been a year. Yeah, almost a year. Yeah, a little over a year. I cranked it up last year. Yeah, so it hadn't started in a year or so. We're gonna see what happens, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's see, fuel pump. Start button, ignition, Supposed to fire right up. Pump one more time. I told you it's gonna fire up. Got oil pressure. She ready to roll. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, guys. I got this 10-point roll cage kit to put in. I gotta move this engine back. I'm gonna move it back a lot. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to cut in some more into the car. Back here, no problem. I don't mind cutting. I ain't scared to cut nothing. But the engine runs great. I seen a drop of oil. Look like it might be probably oil pan or rear seal, but it don't matter because the engine's coming down anyway completely, because it's got 10.5 to 1 compressor ratio. And when I build it for the blower, I need like 8.5 to 1. So I'm had to put different pistons and get it rebalanced, and so I gotta go through the engine completely again anyway. So whatever that is leaking, hopefully it'll be fixed when I put it back together. But yeah, yeah, roll cage, engine back, get all the front clip fitting. I gotta build the back half. You know, set up for what, a parallel link, I guess. I mean, it's set up for a triangulated link. I guess that's what that is. But I'm using a parallel link with this Pro stock rear end, 40 spline axles. So yeah, I gotta build the back half too. So I got a lot of work to do. So yeah, stick around, you don't know what's gonna happen next. I wanna hear it run one more time. At least one more. Let's cool down a little bit. I think it's ready for the big time. Ready for the big time.